Hey guys, Eric here at New York Comic Con. We're here with two of the executive producers of one of my favorite shows on TV, The Americans. Welcome, guys.
Thank you very much.
You just did your first Comic Con panel, or any convention like this, right? How was that experience for you?
I thought it was fantastic. I saw all these people out there in Batman shirts, and I was like, I don't know if they're in the right panel. And then they knew about the Americans. It was very exciting.
It was great. There's a level of audience enthusiasm here that's just terrific.
Yeah, they showed a clip reel, and you could tell the audience was very keyed into these characters. Obviously, you're creating this show. You're writing it away. When you see it resonate with people, when you see that these moments you're hoping to land, is that just so gratifying for you?
It really is. In a way, it's the whole point. I mean, we spend all this time in our own heads, and then we're on the set in the editing room, and we gobble up the Twitter feed, and we gobble up the recaps and reviews, and it's great to be around the audience and see people thinking about the show.
Well, okay, you begin shooting season 3 Monday. Obviously, you have to keep your secrets to some degree, but I am extremely excited about the possibility of this Paige has next generation spy thing. Obviously, this isn't going to be an easy decision, but what can you say about where they might go next debating this topic, Philip and Eliabeth?
Well, we obviously can't comment on whether or not Paige is going to be recruited as a spy, but we can say it's going to get ugly.
Yeah, as excited as you are, Philip and Eliabeth not so excited.
Right. Yeah. But Eliabeth, it was interesting because she did see, I guess the silver lining. You know, there was a part of her that felt like, hey, maybe this is something that will, in a way, help their family, which does make sense considering that they have to keep so much from their kids. So is that going to be kind of a continuing conflict? Because Eliabeth has been obviously the one who's always been a little bit more strong in her spy beliefs.
Well, plus you want your kids to be like you,
right?
I mean, and any way you look at it, one of our writers always points this out. He says, at the end of the day, no matter how much you love your kids and you think I'm going to be looking out for them, helping them develop as their own person, there's an even bigger force inside of you you're not aware of that thinks what that means is creating them in your image.
Right. Now, because in the past there was so many storylines that were about not being able to tell the kids. They showed the clip of we're going on a surprise trip.
One of our favorite scenes in the entire first 2 seasons.
Those must be very fun, but at the same time, again, I know without saying exactly where you're going to go, I'm assuming as writers that has to be just interesting to percolate in your mind the idea of what if Paige was in on it and they could at least one of their kids for now. They could be open and honest. Have you talked about that possibility?
Well, we talk about it a lot.
Yeah.
I think there is a lot of conflict there, and internal and between them.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they could have been like, Paige, get Henry up. We're going to sleep another 15 minutes. That would have been much better.
Right. The other thing we left off with last season, huge thing obviously, was Nina being sent off. Things look pretty grim for her. But yes, the lovely Annette was here today, so we're thinking, she's at least we'll see her a little bit. What can you say about where you pick up? It seems like maybe we'll be shifting a little bit more of the story to Russia for a little while. Is that a possibility?
What were we saying at the end of last season?
She's at the end of last season. She was in a car on the way to the airport, and she's in season 3. That's as much as we're ready to share.
You know what? I'm going to go one step further. Don't worry. We'd be going to a lot of trouble for this to just be one episode.
Okay.
I'm going to commit to that.
All right. And it'd be so sad for Annette. bring her here.
And America. Boy, we get a lot of don't kill Annette comments.
Right. And then Stan, it was very fascinating to see him last season and wonder how far he would go, because clearly he's the epitome of conflicted. In your mind, how close did he come?
It's so interesting because for a long time as we were working on that story, we were struggling with trying to make it convincing that he might come close. And then by the end, we couldn't imagine how he could not do it.
Right.
So we struggled ourselves, and the character struggled.
I don't think we usually get into we have to prove people wrong thing. That's not our personalities. But on this one, I feel like we did a little bit. I feel like a lot of people were like, you'll never get Stan Beeman to the point where he might betray his country. And I think we were like, we can get him there. We got him there.
Well, beginning this new season, though, I mean, it seems like, you were joking on the stage about Stan Beeman sort of punching bag of the show sometimes. How is he processing what happened? Because as far as he knows, he just sent the woman he loves off to her death.
That's interesting. I mean, it's funny when you use the word processing because one of the things about most of our characters is they don't exactly process things. It's more like things process them.
Right.
I would say is what happens to our characters. But he is struggling with that. It is really hard for him. He's thinking about it. You'll see at the beginning of the season that he's accused of it by various people. He's having a hard time. It's not good.
what can you say? The Jennings haven't had great luck with their handlers. And anything you can say this season about the possibility of a new handler, where that might
I could
go?
say the center's been concerned about that
Yeah.
and would like to make it better if they can.
You said that like you work for the center. That's how you said it.
I feel that I almost do.
I will say, though, any chance of some more Claudia? I know, obviously, Margot is a busy woman, but might she be filtering in and out there?
We love Claudia. We love Claudia. We sure hope so. We love Margot.
Has do we? Well, guys, thank you so much. Really excited for American Season 3. Plenty more in the Americans and New York Comic Con. Keep it here at IGN.